both up in double digits, but just a team effort, getting some minutes from some others so that there's not so much pressure maybe on some of those starters on the interior.
Last 3 games, JuJu and company have absolutely mopped up in terms of racking up overwhelming victories, and the Ducks determined to stay in this thing. Pivotal fourth quarter about to begin.
Well, JuJu couldn't start the second half because of those fouls, and it was Oregon taking advantage of that, and that was really the way to go. And then when she came in, they took it at her.
So remember, JuJu playing with the 4 fouls as the fourth quarter underway. And again, it's Long with the big hands. Now Kelly with the reach, getting in the passing lane. Here's Deja, holds it up. You've got a lot of bench folks starting this fourth quarter for the Oregon Ducks. One of the starters is Kelly. She cans it.
I was just looking and thinking the same thing, both sides. USC bringing in the freshman in. Howell gets the start this quarter, as well as Akinwapo inside.
Kelly now with 12 over her seasonal average of 11. And that's a big stick for Kelly. It gets the crowd into it. Then the defense raises the intensity of the crowd.
And Ann, you've got to bring your best defense. If you're going to knock off the number 6 team in the nation, you have to get some things done on the defensive end. We didn't see that spark defensively from them in the second quarter like we've seen in the first and now this one.
Howell sneaking in for the board. Falatea on the run. Long steps into the 3, not there.
Just didn't quite get her feet under her, and she gets knocked over on the way back.
JuJu, man. Oh, and she even kind of laughs to herself. She's another 20-point game. She's got 21. That was a bomb.
Just stepped right into that one. Falatea put the hands up like, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do there?
JuJu chuckled a little at that one. Scoop, taking advantage is Kelly. 14 now for Deja Kelly. Just a matter of time before she and Peyton Scott hit 2,000 for their career, inching ever closer. That ball belongs to Oregon, off the hands of Iriafen.
You know, again, the defense waiting on JuJu at the 3-point arc. She's stepping on the A of Matthew Knight Arena and saying, no, I'm just going to go ahead and do it here.
Looking right at some fans. The fans appreciate her very much, but she's going to give them a little bit of business, no question. Chase squares up, looking for help. There's the big pick. Kelly. Oh, that was an early shot.
Yep.
And Falatea struggled to get possession, but she had a lot of time on the shot clock. Jacked up the 3. So empty possessions for Oregon. Van Olhoffen rimming off.
Excellent positioning by Kiki Iriafen, but not able to save it to her own teammates. She once again got in front of the
You're reading my mind.
Oregon Duck player.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Oregon needs a quality look. Backing out, keeping the dribble alive. Now 10 for Kelly. Goes right at JuJu and can't get it home. Oh, wow, what a tangle between Che and Iriafen. Play on. Bodies flying. Crazy.
And Che asking, what do I have to do to get a foul to get called and go my directions? This crowd asking the same thing.
Yep. Long's whistled for that foul.
I like the play of Nani Falatea as well. She's come off the bench, the transfer from BYU, and she's given some solid minutes. She'll look to score. She's not afraid to shy away from taking the shot.
Iriafen with yet another double-double. Her 3rd straight, 4th of the season. 15 and 10, and a lot of those boards on the offensive end. She's been a delight to watch.
Yep. Just love the effort.
Gottlieb doesn't like the call. The travel's going to go against Samuels and USC. Back onto the court is Mevius for Oregon. There's a good look at Gottlieb.
I love talking with Coach Gottlieb. You know, she talked about this team and expectations on this group I mean, this is a very different look. She said, I don't think people realize the newness of this team. Only 2 starters back from the Elite 8 team last year. There's a lot of new going on with this group, but still, expectations still there.
Wrap around, and Che finally gets it done. Mevius with the nice read. Che with their first points of the game.
That's a play the Ducks could use more of inside, and now switching up the D.
So the Ducks make USC pay on that turnover. Good defense. Look at the step through here. Fenn not there. Follow up, it sure as heck is. Marshall.
Steady senior, Rhea Marshall.
Hope checked away. You look at Marshall, 7th in career double-doubles, 8th all-time rebounder, and all those blocks.
Samuels started this one. Samuels is so quick. She creates some havoc with their defense.
Kelly almost throwing it away again, and another Oregon turnover.
Boy, it was a right idea, and you could see reading the D, flicking it back. And Rhea Marshall, she's taking one out of Kiki Iriafen's playbook right there.
Kiki misses, and Rhea says, I'm going to do what you do.
They're a fun tandem in high-low. They work well together.
Bringing down rain. Von Oelhoffen, the assist. JuJu and Talia's in double figures.
You could feel that when she was ready, completely squared up, spotted up in the corner, and that one high archer.
Smart play. Mevius takes it again right at JuJu, playing with 4 fouls.
JuJu's just holding her hands up in the air because she knows if I just don't swat at somebody, I've got a good chance of staying out here.
You got to get stops, though, if you're the Oregon Ducks. And again, offensive rebounds favoring USC.
Yep, Malia Samuels once again. And this Oregon team knew offensive rebounding, a big strength of USC's.
Layup, Iriafen to beat the shot clock. 17 now for Kiki.
Easier said than done, though, keeping them off the offensive glass.
Ball into the hands of Samuels. Crowd going quiet again. JuJu as Kelly gets her.
Talia von Oelhoffen ready to take the shot at every opportunity this time. Straight up, straight
Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
The talent just continues across the nation in the Big Ten. And inside Matthew Knight Arena, JuJu Watkins showing us why so many people want to watch this athlete play. She has had 4 personals. She had to sit out, did not start the second half. They brought her in, though, at the 3:08 mark, and she's been able to stay out there. We'll see how much longer she can do it.
Here's the break, going hard all the way in and scoring in. Little traffic, Mevius. 6 now.
Defense, creating offense.
There it is.
I love the scrappy effort. The Ducks have not given up on this game.
Hook checked away. Mevius looking for help. And now here's Bell. The block is going to go against Von Oelhoffen. She's frustrated.
A lot of what Oregon's been able to do has been out of the zone defense they're showing. They're showing a 1-2-2 at times, a 2-3. And for USC, they have not really adjusted offensively. They have thrown just some kind of soft, lazier passes at times. And that was something that Coach Gottlieb talked about, that they had to be ready for the zones and the switches.
Mevius getting a little lazy with that pass, but the ball stays with Oregon.
And she barely got herself in bounds after that pass. I think she was worried about catching it.
The drive and kick, and the walk is going to go against Long and company.
Tough break on that one, but another turn, and that's going to be 16 on the Ducks. They're only averaging about 14 a game, forcing 17, but how about USC coming in forcing 24 turnovers in?
There's just too many cough-ups, though, against this USC. You can't give away wasted possessions or possessions at all. You can't waste them.
Yeah.
Here's the high pick. Nice job, Mohammed. corrals the rebound. Mevius wants to push. Goes right at Watkins. Good help defense, Iria Fenn. Bell's three. Front rim and off. Wow, JuJu could have been called for over the back, and the Duck bench cannot believe it.
Oh, and they call the offensive foul at this end.
Yep.
A call not called at the other end.
Yeah.
And then this time, the defense waiting, and JuJu running over the Ducks player.
So Watkins will foul out, and Kelly cannot believe what happened on the end in front of his bench. Went without a call. Here was what was called.
See, JuJu looking over her right shoulder, and the defense coming over to step in front. Now, Lindsey Gottlieb and Beth Burns were up saying, no, she slid over and was moving. That's a hard collision for JuJu to take as well.
21 points for Watkins, another 20-point effort. Her 8th 20-point game of the season. She will sit for the final 3 minutes plus.
Couple boards, couple of assists. Marshall
just looks right over at the Oregon bench. The shot blocking queen of this USC bunch.
Yep, coming in 3rd all time for USC.
All time. Double-doubles, rebounds, but it's the blocks where she butters the bread. Inside look, there's Marshall, squares up. Good defense by Mohammed, so that shot is short. Kelly in traffic. Tough stick for Kelly. She's got 16.
It's definitely got more physical this second half. I think that the Ducks have been more aggressive, especially on the defensive end. They didn't get whistles to go their way, so they're like, well, let's play then. There's good defensive rotation there by the Ducks, and another takeaway.
Quick hands inside. Long comes away with it. 2 minutes left to go in this contest. 65-53, and oh, they needed that triple from Long. You score there on the 3-ball, Krista, and that makes things really interesting with JuJu sitting, having fouled out.
It sure does. Get you below double digits. Defense, though, by Rhea Marshall. Her timing, spectacular. She's looking at the bench. Moves her feet, hands up high.
The 65 blocks last year, 98 rejections the year before. Crazy. Clock's in the Trojans' favor. They'll take their time and try to get something quality half court.
A couple of blocks in this one. Feels like a lot more than that.
Yeah, it does, as Mohammed picks up her 3rd. And I'm telling you, Avery Howell just gets better in front of your very eyes. This youngster, that was a savvy play to go hard and pick up that foul.
Yep, it sure was. I've really enjoyed watching this player out of Boise, Idaho. She's a McDonald's All-American as well, but part of the Canadian Olympic team. She was an alternate for them, and you just know, super athletic, smart, heady player, makes good decisions. It's hard to believe she's a first-year player.
You've got those freshmen injured for USC, and yet they still have the yearlings that are available and helping.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent.
Cardinals sin right there as the free throws missed, but poke check back to a Trojan, so fresh clock. Samuels, the travel, had the right idea, but just shuffled.
Samuels did not think she lifted the pivot foot, but it's one of those plays as JuJu Watkins has to sit and watch.
And up next for the Trojans, more non-con affairs.
Yes, Fresno State on Tuesday, Elon, and then how about the trip, December, I already got it circled, December 21st at Connecticut. That's going to be a fun one to watch.
Good hustle play by Scott. Do you have a timeout? Able to call it before she was tied up. Scott's got 13. Kelly's got 16 as they near 2,000 points apiece. Oregon's upcoming schedule, let's take a look.
Air Force, never an easy one, Ann, and UC Irvine as well. And then they will kick off the full bulk of this Big Ten play against Illinois. 2 road games.
So, gotta remind you, you can be at the game, that's fine. You can watch at home, that's great too. We just want to see your reactions to the Discover Big Ten Football Championship game. So what you got to do is you got to go to big10.org/fans. Or you see that QR code on the screen, all you got to do is scan that, and then send your videos and photos. Your content could be featured on @Big10. USC moments away from its 4th straight victory over the Oregon Ducks. And when it comes to your conference opener, first time in Big Ten, this one's sweet.
Yep, sure is. I mean, to prove that you can go on the road and get a win in this conference in a tough environment. Crowd was into this one.
7,200 on hand today. All right, Krista, what did you like about USC today?
I think the fact that the way they want to play the game was stopped a lot of the times, but they found other ways to score. Early on, the shots weren't falling. You get to the free throw line. I think that just that resilience and decision-making, those are things they're still working on, and I think it's gotten better every game.
How about the Ducks?
You know, I think for the Ducks, they didn't give up on this game. I love their defensive effort. If they can sustain that for as close to 40 minutes as possible, they're going to knock some teams off. There's no doubt.
So good defense by the Ducks. I'm with you on all takes, Krista Blunt. No surprise there. Akunwafo checking back in. Uriah Fenn heading to the bench. What a game for her. 17 and 12. Yet another double-double for the transfer from Stanford.
I think she's starting to get a good feel for what Coach Gottlieb wants and how she fits into this USC system.
Turnovers continuing to plague the Oregon Ducks as Heckel checks back in.
I think it's also a good sign for USC that when a couple of key starters get into a little bit of foul trouble, others are able to kind of handle the situation and the pressure.
You hear the horn, and that'll do it. It's a 66-53 victory for Lindsey Gottlieb and her 6th-ranked USC Trojans. It's been a while since USC has won a conference opener. This has got to feel good because this is in the Big Ten, baby. JuJu scoring some 21 points before fouling out. Really got after it at the free throw line before she hit that first bucket, and then she went off. Double-double for Uriah Fenn. So many offensive rebounds for Kiki. And Von Oelhoffen with the 3 triples on her way to 11 points. So a lot of folks contributing to the USC cause. Oregon, Scott, Long, and Kelly leading the way in double figures. Kiki Uriah Fenn, the great get from Stanford. As Krista told you earlier, just scoring in a variety of ways. When she gets down on that low block, you can forget about it. Takes contact, invites contact, scores through contact. That's a heck of a victory for the USC Trojans. And it's a conference opening victory for USC, and that's got to feel especially good. Krista, alongside Lindsey Gottlieb. Take it away, partner.
All right, Lindsey, well, congratulations. Your first Big Ten win. You get it done on the road. Tell us through a little bit. When Kiki gets into a little bit of foul trouble, so did JuJu, obviously. What were some of the adjustments that you had to make?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure why you're spending 1 minute talking to me when you have Kiki over here, way more, graceful in front of the camera. But road wins in conference are gold, and to do it when our 2, leading scorers were both in some foul situations, I think is good growth for us. I think we showed some toughness. Obviously, we had built enough of a lead that we could hang on there, but nothing's going to be easy. And I thought some other players really stepped up and did a great job.
I thought that you took advantage of some opportunities when things weren't going maybe the way you'd like to play, that your team's finding ways. What are some of the things that you're really focusing on with this group that are starting to come together?
I mean, really, it's like the emotional side of it. I know that I'm not trying to sound like cheesy or anything, but basketball, and then there's just how you approach when things get hard, or when a team goes zone because you're successful, against man, and handling various situations. And I thought we answered the bell. I think we went down 9-3, had trouble scoring, and then we went on a run. Then we got our 2 star players in foul trouble, and other people had to step up. So it's a lot of the just growing together through some adversity, and I think that is just as important as X's and O's. That being said, I think we're trying to figure out, right, where to get Kiki in her spots. JuJu, TVO, working off of other people. I thought that ball really moved in the first half. We got a lot of good looks, and then they did a great job coming back in the second half, and it's good growth for us as well.
We're going to get a chance to talk to Kiki in a minute here, but what are you liking about how she's fitting into your system?
I mean, Kiki Ariafen is better than what anyone would think by the stats or the numbers. A lot of this is new for her. It's new where we're saying, hey, we're relying on you. You got to play with 2 fouls. We're going to get you the ball here and here. You got to guard 1 through 4. Her energy, her coachability, her basketball IQ, her willingness to learn with others has all been really remarkable. Just the human side of it. And as a player, the sky is the limit for her, and we're just hoping to get her as good as she can possibly be, in the only 1 year we have her, but we feel like it's a lifetime commitment, so I want to do everything I can for her to make her the best player she can be.
Congratulations. First Big Ten win for you, Lindsay.
Thank you so much. Sounds strange still, but we're very excited. Thank you.
All right, and back to you.